My name is Sousa, and I am a writer. I've self-published my first novel. It's called The Last and the Greatest Captain. I'm currently editing the sequel, and by day, I guess is my day job when I'm not doing superhero writing stuff, I'm a communications coordinator at my church. The Last and the Greatest is a science fiction adventure. It's about a father and a son that kind of learn to grow back together after their family's sort of fallen apart. The father is a Vietnam veteran, and so he's called into this secret war, and it's against his will. He feels like his best days are behind him, but as the story continues, as he's fighting this war, he meets different characters and kind of finds that inner heroism in himself that he kind of lost. Well, first of all, I start with an outline. Admittedly, I did not do that with the first novel, and I realized I can write scenes, but really what I need to do is I need a skeleton. I need a game plan where I have a general idea of what I'm going to do, but I can deviate from it if some creativity hits me as I'm writing. So I'll get an outline together, and what I'll do is I'll stick to a schedule of about 5 to 7 days, and I will write 3 pages a day. And if I write more than that, that's okay. That doesn't mean I can take the next day off. Some days it's really easy to get those 3 pages done, and other days I'm just biting and scratching and clawing to get to that 3rd page. When I'm not writing, I love to play video games. I grew up playing Nintendo, and I was a Sega kid growing up, and as I got older and I got married to my wife of 12 years, we love playing games together. We started collecting systems, and we actually are part of a charity that plays video games once a year for 24 hours to raise money for local children's hospitals. So I love playing games. I also love just building furniture projects at home. This apartment is not big enough for all of the ambitions that I have, all the things I want to build, but I really enjoy just building cabinets or trying to build an entertainment center, just things like that. Just a lot of fun stuff working with my hands. Yes, when I first planned out The Last and the Greatest, like I said, it was too big for a movie or a game. It's too big for one book, so I actually wrote the sequel early last year. It took me about 3 or 4 months, writing 7 days a week, 3 pages a day, and I had my wife read it, and I'm just going through the writing, editing process, which is really kind of the meat of the whole thing. Just making sure what I wrote, if I throw it out, cool. If not, I'll keep it, but just shaping it into something that people would want to read. And so I'm really excited about the sequel. I love what I've written so far, but I don't love it too much because there's always room for improvement. Oh yes. Rewriting and editing, it's never an author's favorite thing to do, but it's what's necessary because you write a little bit, you look at it, you read it out loud. Does the dialogue sound funky? Does it sound natural? Then you kind of get it to a point where you share it with other readers that can objectively give you good feedback. And so I've done that with the first book, doing that with the second book, and you get used to constructive criticism really quickly just because people offer just great responses to what you wrote and maybe interpret things that you wrote in a different way than you meant them. And that's really important because you don't want to sound tone deaf when you write something or create something. So all of that feedback, it's just all that editing, all that goes into it is very helpful. I've got a lot of my writing, some of my ideas, concepts, poetry, future novel ideas, all at my website, SeanCSousa.com.